Hey guys, welcome. Today we are going to do a beginning lyrical dance tutorial, and it is to the new Gracie Abrams song Death Wish, which I love. But as always, I am going to show you the combo first, and then we are going to get started.
So how will it end? How long will you give me? Till you twist the knife with a smile while you kill me. Then you ask me to dance if there's someone around. You don't look the same when I look at you now. And I used to pretend that it didn't feel evil. Your light of a million suns burns through people and bridges and cities till ash covers ground. A breath of your air is a death wish, and you're forcing my hand, but I'm a drop in your ocean. I ruined your plans of some grand self-promotion. The second you figured that I figured you out. Now you look away when I look at you now.
All right guys, let's go ahead and get started. I do first like to always make a reminder, if you are new to my videos, that these tutorials are not meant to be structured like a full class or the class length. It's intended to break down this choreography so you understand it a little bit better and can try it on your own, and you can pause and rewind as you need. So I just want to make sure everybody understands if you are new to these videos. So let's go ahead and get started. We are going to start with our head down. Our hand is going to be right on our chest. You're going to look up on one. Okay, so right in that silence before she sings, there's that whoom, and then she's going to sing. So you're looking up on the one. Okay, we look up, boom. We step back on our right foot. As we do that, our right hand is going to slowly start to pull away from our chest and reach forward. So we're going to step back on our right foot, then our left, then we're going to step the right foot back, and we're going to drop that right hand to the ground. Okay, so this position right here, I imagine that like you're getting ready to go take off into a race and run. Okay, so don't fully extend this right leg all the way back. It's not a full lunge. It's just a quick little drop to the ground. Both knees should be bent. You should be looking down at the ground as you do that as well. Okay, so again, right here is that position that you want to aim for when you're right here. Okay, let's go back again. So our head is down. We look up on the one. We step back, right, left, step the right foot back, hand down. From here, you're going to reach that right hand forward. My left arm is just kind of sitting here on my hip. I want you to try to stay low in this. Your left butt cheek should be burning right here if you're doing this right. So I want you to try to stay low. Don't bring yourself up yet, okay? It's just about that arm and that look. Ooh, I'm trying to hold this. Say that. It's about that look forward right here, okay? From here, you're going to pull that back foot in. You're going to stand nice and tall into a passe. You're going to pull your hands to your chest. There's a small little contraction right here, meaning we're rounding that spine. I'm just showing you kind of the side right here. So just a little bit in that chest. So don't let your whole body cave into that. It's just a little cave in that upper chest. But our standing leg is straight. We're standing nice and tall here. It's just a little pull down right here. Yeah, so we are using a lot of strength and balance as we pull up from right here. This left leg is doing a lot of that work as we slide that foot in and we pull it up to that passe, finding that good balance. Let's go back again. I'm going to give you the words right there, okay? So we're looking down. We look up on one. She says, how will it end? How long will you give me? That's where we're at in the song, okay? Let's keep going. So we're right here in the passe, give me. So now we're going to slide to the ground. Let me show you really quick, just in case you didn't see in the video. We're going to slide here. That's where we're going, okay? But let me talk about it, because there's a lot of us that are pretty true beginners, meaning you haven't really done very much movement, or if your hips are tight, this might feel a little tricky, so I'm going to help you through this slide right now, okay? So when you're right here, your hands are dropping behind you, okay? So that right hand is really going to be there for a lot of support. So when we're in that passe, right away, we're dropping this hand right here, and this right leg is shooting out nice and straight. As we slide down, I want you to think of going out as opposed to trying to just drop straight down, okay? So what I mean by that is don't just try to drop your butt down. You're gonna make that a lot harder for yourself. So instead, we wanna think of sliding out and catching ourselves out this way. Now this is where in your hips right here, this left knee could be a little bit tight, and that's okay. Work with your flexibility where you can go, but the goal here is that we're pushing this left knee open, that it's not caving in or forward. We're really kind of working through this turnout right here. And again, that can be feel a little bit tighter or trickier for you, okay? But you work with where you can and build up from there. So when we're sliding, again, we're going out, really trying to keep this right leg as straight as you possibly can. That's the goal there, okay? So it gives you that nice, really pretty line as you're sliding down. And again, don't forget this right hand. It's there to catch you behind you. Do not put your hands in front. I'll say that one more time. Don't put your hands in front. It's gonna go behind you to catch you, okay? So we're sliding here, out. It's catching you here. So I'm really sitting more on my right butt and my right leg right here as I land, okay? This leg is just here kind of as a little bit of support. I'm gonna keep going, all right? So this left leg now, this is fun. I always like doing this in dances. We're gonna swing this left leg around. It's gonna pull in, and we're gonna now sit and face this left corner, okay? So it's just kind of a little spin right there. As you pull this foot in, I want you to think of really pointing your feet and pulling and tucking your body in nice and tight as you spin. So your feet are just barely off the ground right here. Feet are pointed, really nice and tight. It's gonna help control it better as you spin around, and it's gonna look a lot nicer too. So we just slid here. You're pulling this leg around, and it should feel really fun. It should be like one of those moments where you're like, wee! Have fun with it, wee! Okay, so you're here, pull it around, in. Then your feet are gonna open and plant down to the ground to land you this corner. That is what is gonna help stop you right here. And also where you're looking. Okay, you gotta make sure you're looking. That's gonna help stop you as well to land to that corner, okay? So again, you just slid down to the ground. You're right here. You swing this leg around, boom, plant your feet. So do you see how my feet, I put them right here and it stopped me really strong and still. You want that to be a real strong moment. And why I say that is it's going to flow quickly into this next step. So you want to make sure you really plant these feet nice and solid into the ground so you can go right into the next step, okay? There's some moments in this dance that are a little bit quicker, okay? So knowing these little things are going to help you a lot. I'm going to keep going. We're going to go back though in just a little bit, okay? So you plant your feet down right here. Your hands are going to go behind you. You're going to push forward onto your knees. I have done this before in dances if you've done any of my videos, but I'm going to break it down right now. Hands are behind you. You're gonna push forward onto those knees, pushing those hips forward. Your head is gonna stay back as long as you possibly can. And you're really trying to arch through that back. Your hands should leave the ground at the same time. And you're gonna pull forward. Your hands are gonna pull to your tummy as if someone just punched you in the stomach, and you're gonna go, ugh. You can make that noise too if you want. But let's talk about this push through right here. So you're using a lot of your core. Your core is right here in your center. A lot of those tummy muscles right there are going to be working, okay? I want you to feel that you are staying even. So meaning your knees are both pointing forward. Don't let them start to twist and do funky things here, okay? We want to keep everything in a straight line to push forward. And our hands, we want to leave those on the ground at the same time. So what you want to avoid is that you're doing anything like this. I don't want to see like any of this where you're pushing off one arm and you're trying to get up, because then we're no longer using our core and we're not doing the proper movement. So this can feel a little bit hard if you're still building strength in your core and even that kind of flexibility in your hip flexors. This can feel a little tricky, but keep doing it because you'll build that strength for it, okay? And it's a really fun, dramatic moment. So you're here. We're pushing forward onto those knees. So do you see how my butt is going to my heels right here? This is like, I'm doing this like really slow for you. This is step one. And then I'm gonna push, it's sliding my hands. I'm pushing as I drop my head back. My knees touch the ground. I'm really arching here. And I'm gonna pull up. My head should be the last thing. Whoo! Punch to the gut. Okay, I'm gonna get you off the ground right here. Let's keep going. We're right here, punch to the gut. And that should be like so dramatic. And she says, kill me on that part. So you better give drama on that part, okay? I'm going to get you off the ground, and then I'm going to go back and give you the words for this part right here, okay? So here, we're going to step our left foot forward as we're reaching that right hand forward. And I want your palm up like you're putting your hand out for somebody else's hand, okay? Like you're going to grab somebody else's hand. That's what I want you to feel like right now. So you're gonna step left foot forward, right hand is here. As you come up, I'm just gonna show you your leg first and then I'll show you your arms. So you're just pulling this back leg, which is your right leg, to a passe. So as I stand, I'm pulling passe. Okay, that's where my legs are going. I'm gonna show you the arms. So you were reaching on the ground. This left arm is gonna wrap your waist. This right hand is swinging down first. I'm gonna say that again. This arm is swinging down and around, okay? Our arm and our leg are going the opposite way, so I'm saying this really slow so that you can let it sink in for a second because it can get kind of confusing with the coordination there. So let's go back. So you just were here. We step. I'm going to come a little bit this way. I'm always afraid you guys can't see me well. So we're here. You step the left foot forward, reach. You pull up. I'm going to do the slow-mo. This is here. It pulls up. And then it's going to take me to the right. Okay? But that's going to be a big, a little bit faster movement. Well, let's go back from the timing of all of this. Let's go back from the top and walk the timing, and I'll give you the words for that new section that we just added. So our head is down. We look up on 1. We step. How will it end? How long will you give me till you twist the knife with a smile while you kill me? You ask me to dance. That's the timing. Yeah? You know what? Let's go a little bit quicker. Let's go more with tempo, and then we're going to keep going on, okay? So we're here. Head down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. How will it end? How long will you give me till you twist the knife with a smile while you kill me? You ask me to dance. Ooh, so you can see it's a little bit quicker. Don't panic. If you're panicking right now, it's okay. Just break it down slow. Give yourself time and patience, okay, to get it. So we're here. Ask you to dance. We're going to chasse to the right, arms out. Chasse. You're going to step. We're going to do one little chaîné, okay? If you are brand new and don't know what a chaîné is, I'm going to show you a little bit right now. We're going to step here. Think of your feet, actually, if you're in a first position, heels together, toes apart. You're making a little V. You lift your heels. Arms are coming through first. That's where you're going to be with a chaîné, okay? What you should look like as you're turning. Our arms are going to be a little different. We're pulling them in. I'm going to go back, okay? So we just did our chasse. Your feet essentially are stepping right, left, right, okay? Just to make it real simple and break it down, because I'm not going to break down a chaîné too much right now for you, but your feet are going to go right, left, right. Okay, that's what's happening. You're on releve. So as we chasse, we did a chasse, your arms are just ever so slightly pulling into you. There's no very specific placement. I just want you to think as you're turning, they're just pulling in. When you land to this right corner, they're just going to throw out. And this little turn into that is a little bit quick, okay? So practice this a few times and really get the timing of this and really set those heels down. So let me go back because I'm giving a lot of information right now. Dance, we're going to chasse to the right. Chasse. We're going to turn, pulling those hands in. As we land, it pulls out. So do you see how as I pull too, my chest ever so slightly comes forward with that? I'm not hunched here. I'm a straight back, but it's as if I'm leaning forward just ever so slightly, as if those arms are trying to pull me with it. So as you're in that turn, because this is quick, okay, the best thing that I want you to think about as you're turning is your heels to boom, boom, heels down, and squeezing the muscles all through your legs. When you really squeeze everything, I mean, take that moment and just practice, like squeeze your legs. That is what's going to lock you in really solid so that you're not wobbly as you land there, since it's quick, okay? So just think about those things, yeah? So let's go from the ground. Smile while you kill me. You ask me to dance when there's someone around. That's on around. I'm going to get you out of this segment. You're going to step your left foot side, but you're going to face the front now. Hands are going to go behind your head. My right foot is tendued. So do you see how nice and tall I'm standing? I point my right foot. My hands are behind my head, elbows open. Now I'm going to drag that right foot in, pulling my elbows in, and I'm going to bend. I'm contracting over, rounding my spine, pulling that toe in, dragging it, okay? So this right foot is just ever so lightly. Don't put weight on it. All the weight is on your left leg right now because you're about to step on this right leg again. So be comfy and strong in this left leg right now because this right one is the one that's moving, okay? So you're here around, you step out, you melt it in. Head looks down, nice and dramatic. You're going to step that right foot side and you're going into a little side lunge. So when I do that, I'm really lengthening this left leg, pointing my foot, right knee is bent, little side lunge. As I do that, okay, I'm here, this right hand, the palm of your hand is going to do a big swoosh right in front of you. And I very much want you to think of this palm. So I told my class before, imagine that you put paint on your hand right here, like just put the paint right there, and you just smear it right there on that mirror in front of you. That should be a big focus right there in that moment, okay? So when you melt down, take that hand, whoop, big. Now I'm going to shift my body weight to my left foot, okay? My weight is here. That means if my weight is on this foot, the next foot that can come off the ground is my right foot. It's going to jump up, right, left. Oh, I think I just hit the mic, sorry. Hope that wasn't loud. Okay, let's talk about your legs before I add your arm. So you were just here on the swoosh. I'm stepping on this left foot. I'm pulling my right leg up first. It goes right, left. And what you're doing right there is I really want you to think of tucking your knees towards your chest, pointing your feet as you do that. But the goal there is that you're pulling your knees up to your chest. So don't let your feet and your legs go back here when you do that. It's not a butt kick. It's pulling your knees to your chest. Okay, so you're here. It's knee down. Okay, all your hand is doing is just pulling to your chest. So you just did that swoosh. It's pulling to your chest as you go up, up. And I'm letting my head kind of come back a little bit. And then it's going to pull me back down right there. Okay, so let's go from, we just did the chasse, turn, around. You don't look the same when I look at you now. That's the timing on that one, okay? One more time, let's go back from the ground. Let's go from here. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna kill me. You ask me to dance when there's someone around. You don't look the same when I look at you now. Yes, let's keep going, okay? I'll go back to the top in just a minute, okay? So we're here. Let's go through the next little segment and then we'll go back. So I'm being weird with my hand because I'm trying not to touch the mic, so I'm here. You're going to step that left foot out and you're going to open your arms big. So I'm coming back to that tendu again. So my right leg is doing a nice pointed foot right here. And a big reach. Big reach. Like you're going to give someone a big hug and you're like, here, give me a big hug. Okay. You're down. That's a big step up. You're going to do a curtsy. That right leg is going to step behind you in a curtsy. As you do that, this left hand is going to stay here. My right hand is going to come to meet this forearm. So don't grab your arm. Don't want that to be a grab. I want both hands to be big. You're just placing the palm of your hand on that forearm, okay? So if I did that slow-mo, we were just here. I stepped out. I'm going to cross into a curtsy, and I'm going to look to my hands. This is where you should be. So there's a very uncomfy twist here in the center of your body. So really, really feel and dive into that twist, okay? Really reach. Yeah, this should feel hard. This should feel a little hard right here. I want to challenge you guys to get low with this as much as you can and really reaching into that. Again, get uncomfy. Let's talk about these legs really quick because you're going to unwind yourself and where you place your legs matters, okay? So I'm here. We step into this curtsy right here. Now, I want you to squeeze the inside of your thighs and your knees. Squeeze all of this together. So there should be no space. There should be no spaces like this. Squeeze from your knees to all the way up through your inner thighs should be squeezing together really tight, okay? This right foot, I really want you to cross it as much as you can. So if it's out here, you're going to have a harder time because we're untwisting this way. You're not going to be able to fully rotate yourself to the back, okay? So really trying to cross as much as you can right here. So almost making this kind of, this parallel right here. that makes sense. Really squeeze these legs together though, okay? Crossing this leg as much as you can. We're here. I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to talk about where your arms and stuff are going. So I'm unwinding to the back, whoop, and my arms are going this way. Let's talk about the legs, then let's talk about the arms. So we're here. We sit in that curtsy, we look. Let's just talk about the legs. So I'm here. All it's doing now, this is one of those things you can only unwind one way. If you don't move your feet, you cannot go this way. Okay? Work smarter, not harder. You can only unwind this way, and you should be facing the back. When you face and land to the back, I want your feet planted firmly in the ground, meaning every part of your foot is on the ground, it's flat. Your legs are really straight and strong, okay? So this was something we had to work on in class. We were kind of getting like funky things here. People were sitting in their hips, okay? So think about that, because I can't see you right now. I can't help you, so I can only give you my words. So these are things I want you to think about as you turn. Again, squeeze. So same like I told you guys over here when you were turning, to plant those heels into the ground and squeeze all the muscles in your legs. It's going to help you land really strong and straight, because I want this to be a really still and strong moment, okay? So your arms, I'm just going to show you facing the mirror before we're turning around. So you're here. Your hands are just switching. So it's going here, okay? Look, they're meeting each other now, and now I'm going to switch. And I'm going to look to my right hand. Now my left hand is here. Do you see that? Like that should be kind of a fun, wee, another wee moment. Wee. So it's here. You're just sliding that right hand up, and you're switching, and you're following your hands. So that's what your arms are doing as we're spinning. So you were here. You step out, curtsy. I'm going to do this slow. It's unwinding. So do you see how my hands are coming together? Now it's switching. Boom, I'm looking this way. So I'm standing nice and tall, my hands are here. Make sure that your hands are big. This is a moment where I want your hands very big. It's almost like you're pulling a bow and arrow is what you want to feel, but don't fist your hands, okay? It's here. That's that feeling that you have right here. Okay, so from here, now I'm going to twist my body to face my hands, so which means this is the left side of the room. I'm going to face this direction. As I do that, so you see here, angle. As I do that, I'm going to fist my hands in these fists, and I'm going to pull it down, really dramatic. Don't do this like you're about to box somebody, okay? It's just to pull down. Yeah, that's when she says evil. Let's go back. So, why am I blanking on the words? You don't look the same when I look at you now. I used to pretend that it didn't, that's on didn't, feel evil. So do you see how, again, I'm turning my body here? And let us see those hands. So don't pull it into your body where we can't see it. I want to very much see the change in those hands and the fists that they're pulling down. Evil. Yeah, we're melting that body down. Now I'm going to angle myself back to the back. I'm here. I'm going to turn to the back, and I'm going to step on my left foot. It's a big drag. Still keeping your focus to your right hand. This left arm is making a big circle, and it's going to continue that circle around. I want you to really think of leaning into your right side. So your left side should have like a really nice stretch here. Really try to reach as much as you can on that drag, okay? So we're on evil. This is a drag. Boom. Both legs are straight. Look at that pointed foot again. Really reach. Like someone's holding your right hand and you're trying to get away, and you're trying to get away from them. That's the kind of feeling that I want you to have right there as you do that. Let's get out of this and we'll go back. So, evil. Big drag. Now this left arm is coming around. I'm going to step my right foot across. I'm doing this really slow for you. I'm still facing the back. Now I'm going to step my left foot out, and that's going to turn me to the front. So my arms are coming down. They're going to do a little swoop. I'm going to kick my right leg up. Boom. My arms are here. Arms are strong. Don't just throw them. Don't just throw your arms. Strong and placed. Okay? I'm going to give you the same notes I give my classes about kicks. So when we go into this kick, it's not about the height. Okay? Your height means nothing if we're doing all these funky things, if we don't have proper placement. And that's also a part of being self-aware, is that you are aware if your hips are being funky or if your legs are bent, which that can take practice and time, that's okay, all right? But I wanna just put that out there for you now so you have that in your head. Your kick, if it's here and this is where your flexibility is, while having your hips aligned, really lengthening, pointing your foot, this is gonna be so much more stronger and powerful and beautiful than trying to just whack it up and we're just all over the place, okay? So really think about that. You build. I know we all want to kick up here, but that might not be where you're starting or where you're at currently, and that's okay. If you are, fantastic, whack that leg up, but with control. Okay? So let's go back. Evil, and then we're gonna go back. Evil, this is your light of a million. You kick on suns. Suns. Yeah? Hey, let's go back from the top, shall we? We're getting there. We're getting pretty close. So let's keep rolling because I'm making this already really long. So we're gonna wrap it through it. Let's go from the top, and then I'm gonna try to finish out this dance. Okay? So head is down, and our chest. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. How will it end? How long will you give me till you twist the knife with a smile while you kill me? You ask me to dance when there's someone around. You don't look the same when I look at you now. I used to pretend that it didn't feel evil. You're light of a million suns. Let's keep going. Suns. You're going to step out right, left. And that's on releve. Legs are strong. Boom, boom. Your hands, the palms are big. They're opening up big as you do that. And then you're just going to kind of melt down into that, okay? So you just kicked suns. Bring it back in. It's just a little tap. Bring it back in. You step out, out. Try to really get that chin up. You're almost kind of looking at that diagonal up here. And then you're just going to melt down into it just a little bit, okay? From here, we're going to drag that right foot in, pull those hands in, and then we're going to shoot that right leg out. As we do that, right hand is on our chest, left arm extends out. It's going to shoot, boom. Now let's talk about that, okay? This is not a kick. It's more of an extension. So instead of thinking of getting your leg up, I want you to think of how much can I lengthen my leg and my arm away from each other, okay? So I want to be clear on that. It's not a kick, it's an extend, yeah? So let's go back to, I'm losing my mind. Suns, let's kick on suns. Suns, tap it in, boom, boom. Suns burns through people. So she says, burns through people. Here. Now we're going to drag it in, and then we're going to shoot it out. Your standing leg, which is the left leg, is going to stay bent. Don't straighten this leg, okay? This right leg is going to, I'm doing this slow, is going to extend out, and you're really leaning into this. This leg is turned into, I want your hips square to the front, chest is square to the front. Again, it's more about this lengthen, that reach here. Reach. Then you're going to step on that right foot to the side, face the diagonal, arms up. My back foot is pointed up. Okay. Yeah. One more time from, let's go from evil. Evil, the light of a million suns burns through people, bridges and cities till ash. We're going to tuck this left knee down, and I'm going to sit. And now I'm going to slide onto my side. So my left arm is out to support my head. My right hand is right in front of my chest. My knees are bent right here. So let's talk about that, how to sit down properly onto the ground. So we're right here. Really crossing. The more you can squeeze and cross right here, it's going to make it a lot easier. If you're trying to sit down right here, it's going to be harder. So really cross, okay? Cross so that knee can support you down and then slide. That's going to help you go a little bit because it is a little bit quicker to slide down to this, okay? Let me get you out of this because it's the end of this little segment, and then we go into the final one. So we're here. You're going to roll onto your back. Knees are bent, hands are out to the side. Okay, from here. So I'm here. I'm just rolling to my back, knees bent. My palms are facing down to the ground because they're going to help push me up. I'm going to arch my chest up, and I'm going to sit forward. Now, when you do that, I want you to think of your head being the last thing that comes up, okay? So don't come up like this. Then we're not arching, okay? I have a bad back, and I can still slightly do this. So if I can do it, I believe in you, okay? So you're here again, using your hands, and you're using your core a lot, but let that head be the last thing to come up, and then reach. You're going to drop, this is when she says wish, you're going to drop back down here, okay? So the timing, you're up on ash. So, suns burns through people, cities and bridges and cities, till ash covers ground. The breath of your air is a death wish. Yes. Guys, I'm going to keep going because we're almost there. I'm going to go slow, and then we'll go from the top a couple times, okay? And walk it slow and then to tempo. So we're here. I'm going to be really careful about this because of the mic, but you're going to roll onto your belly. I'm not putting my chest on the ground because I don't want to touch the mic on the ground, but just imagine you're flat on the ground right here, okay? So let's talk about your arms. You're here. So on death wish, you land on wish, and then there's a little bit of instrumental before she sings again. That's when you're rolling to your belly. So death wish, boom. So you kind of go right into that, okay? I'm rolling here, and I'm going to pull this left hand here. Make sure your feet are pointed to, by the way, right here. Okay, don't just lay like a dead log on the ground, yeah? Point your feet. You're here. Push back onto your knees. You're going to sit. I'm going to come a little bit this way. I don't know if I'm in the frame for you, so let's just be here. I push back to my knees. I'm going to lift my butt up. My right arm is going to come up first, and it's going to fan around to tap towards my feet, and I'm going to reach that left arm up, okay? Now, if you're having issues with your back, you can't fully arch, that's okay. Okay, you can still give a reach here. You don't have to touch towards the ground of your feet, but I do want those arms to make that movement and for you to look up, okay? If you can arch back and you can reach here, fantastic, okay? That's the goal, but it's more about the arms and the head, okay? So you were just here on death wish. This is on the instrumental, on the silence. Here, we roll to our belly, we push. You're forcing my hand. Now the arms are going to come back. Left arm goes down, right arm comes up. But I'm a drop, tuck those toes, so you can push up in your ocean, and you just roll up. Yeah? So that timing, let's go back from evil, yeah? Evil. Evil. You're light of a million, suns burns through people, bridges and cities, till ash covers ground. The breath of your air is a death wish roll. But you're forcing my hand, but I'm a drop in your ocean. I'm going to keep going, and then we're going back to the top. Don't panic. Drop in your ocean. Your hands are going to clasp just like this, and you're going to throw that right elbow this way. I call this the stranger danger move. Yeah? Stranger danger's over here, and we're going to whack them. Boom. Okay? That's a little side lunge. So you can see my legs. I'm stepping out, and that's a lunge. Okay? The deeper you can get into that lunge, fantastic. Work where you can. You're here. Boom. Now I'm going to shift to my left foot, bring my feet together. My right hand's going to come to my chest, and my left arm is going to reach out as I look. Okay? So you just rolled up. Boom. Stranger danger. Boom. And boom. Okay, one more time. But I'm a drop in your ocean. I ruined your plans. From here, you're going to pull into a passe. Your hand is going to come into your chest. It's going to go passe. Turn it out. I'm going to start to rotate now to this corner. Passe, it's going to rotate out. It's going to step behind me into a lunge. I'm facing this corner. Now I'm going to throw my arms and reach up. Now, if you can arch back into this really pretty, go for it. This is as much as my back will allow me right now. But you're looking up, very much looking up there. So try to really focus. You see how my back foot is flat? Turn this back foot out too, okay? I've seen and noticed that a lot of times we'll turn it in and it makes it a lot harder. Turn that back foot out. Both feet here should be turned out slightly. It's going to help you. But you very much want to be bent in this front leg, straight in this back leg. So that means when it's coming around, you have to shoot that leg out. Shoot it out straight. Yeah? So you're here. It's passe. Turn it out. And boom. Okay? Let me give you that timing on that. So, but I'm a drop in your ocean. I ruined your plans with some grand self-promotion. Pull it together, boom. Hands in. You're going to step out to the right and reach. This left hand, you got a little bit of freedom with your hands here. I'm going to give you some guidance. You can kind of add in your own little drama right here. This is the fun part, okay? But I want that reach. And then you're going to pull it back in. You should be facing the front. Again, a little freedom with your hands. It's more about the feeling of that out, in, okay? So it's an out, in, now reach to the front, out, turn it to the back, in. This, I would like to see you land with this hand on your head again. Won't make or break the moment. Sometimes I like to see a little bit of individuality in this where you kind of put your own little flair on it, and this would be the moment to do it with your arms. I land here. I'm going to turn over my right shoulder. As I do that, this is nice and slow, and I'm kind of just allowing myself to take this moment in, like you just spotted somebody for the first time and you're like, oh, you're here? What? Okay, let me go back just a little bit. I don't even know where we are on this. I'm so tired right now. I just don't even know where we are on this. Grand self-promotion here. Figured you out. Why am I blanking on the... Oh, look, guys, bear with me. I'm not always this much of a hot mess. Self-promotion. You figured that I figured you out. Did you get those words? Just know you're here on out, okay? You're going to turn around. But you don't look the same when now I'm facing the front. You're just going to do a little stomp. I call this a stomp jump. You're just going to tap your foot. Boom, you're pushing up. Push. So it's like this foot is kind of prepping you to bounce up. Like you're jumping off a trampoline. Boom, boom, straight up. And your arms are going to push out when you do that. So it's just a boom, a boom. It's fun, okay? You're going to go down to your knees and then it's done. Let's talk about it. You're here. Promotion. Oh, I just touched the mic, sorry. That I figured you out. You don't look the same when I look at... We're going to drop to our knees, down, drop, boom. Let's talk about that, okay? So dropping to your knees. I got bad knees, and I can do it, and I'm going to help you in case you're like, ah, okay? So jump, land. The key to this is to push your hips forward, bring that chest slightly back as your tushy comes to your heels. So if I did this here, okay, the weight of my chest is coming slightly back, and then I can set my knees down safely. I'm not putting all of the weight of my body forward onto my knees, okay? It's kind of a little illusion right there. So if you saw me from the side, if I was here, I'm sitting back, okay? That's kind of where that's going with that. It'll help you because it's quick, okay? It's that jump and knees. So you can see my toes are tucked right here. As I come forward, I'm pointing to drop. You don't have to do that. I like to add that little extra flair right there. You won't really see your feet very much though, but if you can, I encourage you right here, you drop to lift and point as you drop. Otherwise, you're just going to drop and just throw your arms forward. Okay? So that is on Don't Look the Same When I Look at You Now. So it's a little quick right there. Okay? Let's walk from the top. I feel like this video is way too long. Let's walk it slow from the top, and then let's do it to tempo, and then with the music, okay? And remember, you can pause and rewind as much as you need. Here we go. From the top, let's go slow first. 5, 6, 7, 8. Look, sorry, 1. How will it end? How long will you give me till you twist the knife with a smile while you kill me? You ask me to dance when there's someone around. You don't look the same when I look at you now. I used to pretend that it didn't feel evil. Your light of a million suns burns through people, bridges and cities, till ash covers ground. The breath of your air is a death wish belly. But you're forcing my hand, and I'm a drop in your ocean. I ruin your plans for some grand self-promotion. Sorry. By the time that you figured you out, you don't look the same when I look at you now. Oh, my body is tired. Okay, we're going to do this to tempo. I'm going to sing. You're welcome. You get my voice. And then we'll let her sing, and we'll do it to the music, okay? And we're going to do it facing the mirror to the music so you have this angle for you. Here we go. To tempo. Head is down. 5, 6, 7, 8. Look. But how will it end? How long will you give me till you twist the knife with a smile while you kill me? Ask me to dance when there's someone around. You don't look the same when I look at you now. I used to pretend that it didn't feel evil. Your light of a million suns burns through people, bridges and cities till ash covers ground. The breath of your air is a death wish. You're forcing my hand, but I'm a drop in your ocean. I ruined your plans with some grand self-promotion. The time you figured that I figured you out. You don't look the same when I look at you now. I hope that's it. I hope I'm saying the words at the end right. I'm going to laugh really hard if I just mess that up. But anyways, that's the dance, guys. I know, again, I'm sorry. I know I went through it quick, okay? But it's there for you. Pause and rewind as you need. I really love this dance. As always, I love when you guys record and you send them to me. I love watching you guys dance. Share your recommendations to me for songs. But thank you for dancing with me.